Being an introvert and going to the gym, I'm sure it's a struggle that a lot of us have struggled with in the past or are still struggling with right now. But if you do want to go to the gym, or you're planning on going to the gym, or maybe you're not really sure about going to the gym, yet you're introverted, there are a lot of benefits to going to the gym. However, this video is not about that, and I want to share with you a short story of myself, of how I used to go to the gym as a complete introvert almost a decade ago. Because when I started going to the gym, I was actually dragged to the gym by my dad, so I was not alone, luckily, which did help a lot. However, the thought of there being a lot of big buff dudes walking around looking at this newcomer, this fat newbie, I was kind of overweight when I started going to the gym, and they would look at me and they would probably think something like, well, look at this fat guy, like, what is he doing here? This is my gym, these are my weights, don't touch it, you're fat, you don't know what you're doing. These kinds of stupid thoughts were running through my head, and it's just unnecessary to think about that. I really thought that people were looking at me constantly, and yes, maybe as a beginner, as a newcomer, people might look at you for a little bit. They might be wondering like, hey, did I see this person before? But that's really it. And how do I know this? Because I do it myself. It's not because I'm not looking at someone because I'm thinking, wow, this guy looks out of shape or looks like whack or whatever. Like, no one thinks that way. Literally no one thinks that way. Like, not even the anabolic steroid users who are sitting in a corner quietly, they are just anticipating their own death because their life cycles are a lot shorter because they're using anabolic steroids. But apart from that, nobody is really thinking anything when they're looking at you. Another case, if they're looking at you, it may be because they think you're pretty, or maybe they just want to help you. Maybe it looks like you need some help. Why do I think that people think that way? Because I think that way too. It's very simple. You don't look at someone because you think they're fat or whatever. Granted, there are some people in the world that will judge you for how you look and these kinds of things, but most of the time, people at the gym aren't like that. I would say 9.9 out of 10 people do not think like that, and the people who do are complete assholes, and they're a minority that you don't have to worry about, and usually they'll keep it to themselves. Don't worry about what other people think about you. You want to go to the gym because of your own goals, your own reasons. You want to become fit, you want to live a healthy and longer life, you want to maybe get a little bit more jacked, or you want to become lean, whatever it may be. You want to go to the gym for yourself and not for what others think about you. Now, I do also want to give you a few tips that can help you as an introvert, as they helped me when I was an introvert, complete introvert, when I started going to the gym. So here are a few tips that you could use as an introvert from a former introvert that went to the gym almost a decade ago at the start, that would really help you out. So here are a few thoughts that you should have in mind when you're stepping into the gym. First, everyone in the gym has been at the exact same position that you are in right now if you want to go to the gym. Everyone has started, everyone has had the exact same thoughts, even extroverts, even people who are really conscious about themselves or maybe not conscious at all. Everyone has had the same thoughts. People are probably looking at them, people think they're out of shape or whatever, working on their insecurities. All of these things, they don't matter because everyone has thought about them at one point or another. If you really want to avoid people, you can try to avoid peak hours. Now, peak hours are different for every gym, and you can call up your gym if you really don't want to talk to the receptionist in person. You can just call them up anonymously, even if it's really bothering you that much, or you let someone else call for you. Maybe it's even on the website when the peak hours are. You can just ask them, hey, when are the peak hours? And that's it. They'll usually know. And they have graphs for that shit when people are coming by and when they are leaving. But usually peak hours are in the mornings, between 7 to 9, 7 to 10, something like that. And in the evenings, 6 to 8, something like that. Those are the regular peak hours. What can also really help is bringing along a friend or a family member. Maybe you have a brother or a sister, a cousin who wants to start his or her fitness journey as well, or a friend who wants to do so, then bring them along. Why not? Usually a lot of gyms have certain memberships that have perks if you want to do duo training. So make sure you use that. Call up gyms in your neighborhood that have such perks so that you can try out gymming with your friend or family member. Not only that, but going to the gym with a fitness buddy is actually going to ensure that you're going to reach your goals a lot faster and easier than if you were to do so alone. If you were to do so alone, and especially as an introvert, you're going to think up a lot of negative reasons as to why you shouldn't go to the gym. But if you're then going to receive a call from your buddy like, hey, where the fuck you at, bro? It's time to go. then you're going to go guaranteed, right? You're not going to call in sick. This is not school where you don't want to go. You have goals for yourself. You want to reach them. Go to the gym with your buddy. The next thing that I want to talk about is that you should listen to music that you like, especially if you're going alone. Using a headset or using earbuds is a great way to immerse yourself in your own music and your own little world, okay? You can feel a lot more comfortable in the gym when you're listening to music that you like. And of course, gyms have their own music as well that they're constantly blasting. But after a month of listening to the same music, you kind of get tired of it. And Ed Sheeran is not really the kind of music that you want to listen to when you're blasting a few hard reps in your sets. It's just not really something that you want to listen to. Wear some clothes that you feel comfortable in. Because if you don't feel comfortable in yourself, how can you expect to feel comfortable about yourself and how other people perceive you? You want to wear something that makes you feel like you're a normal human being. So just wear normal clothes, normal sport clothes in the gym. That way you don't really attract any special kind of attention. If you're going to go into the gym wearing a Speedo or a tuxedo or anything that's just really odd to wear in a gym, then you're going to attract a lot of attention, which as an introvert, you don't really want. So don't do that. Focus on what you need to do. You have your own goals that you have to follow. You have your own principles and reasons for being in the gym. So follow those. Don't go to the gym to listen to what other people have to say or think about you. It's not really something that matters. Those people are going to come and go. You will see those people, and after a year, they might not even be there anymore. A lot of people don't actually go to the gym for a long time. They actually quit after a week or a day, so you won't even see them that often. And lastly, if you don't know how to do any of the exercises, usually there's a lot of machines with pictures on the side of the machine somewhere that explain what kind of muscles are being targeted and how you can perform the exercise safely. Especially as a beginner, I do recommend doing these machine exercises because you will be a lot less prone to injury, like if you were to do more difficult exercises such as a bench press or squats or deadlifts. Just start with the machines and start kind of easing into your fitness journey. Don't start with the most difficult stuff. And if you really don't know what to do, and if you're really afraid of going to the gym, then join my fitness community, link in the bio, and you will be able to learn more about fitness and exercises and which kinds of diets you should follow. Shameless self-promotion. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope that you've learned a thing or two, and I really, really hope that you start going to the gym, because fitness has changed my life forever and it can do the exact same for you. So I really hope that you're going to go to the gym. Even as an introvert, there are the same amount of gains to be gained as an introvert as for an extrovert. So make sure you slam some weights, and if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments down below or send me a private message. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.